Have you ever imagined an industry that moves billions of dollars, attracts millions of players, and is responsible for generating jobs and revenue for governments around the world? If you thought of gambling, you hit the nail on the head. And in the United States, this industry has been breaking records year after year, with revenue surpassing $60 billion in 2022. But do you know which games contributed the most to this revenue? And what is the impact of sports betting on this market? In this video, we will explore these questions and much more. Gambling revenue in the US hits a record high, and sports betting leads growth in 2022, mainly driven by the Super Bowl. Yes, the Super Bowl was the main driver of this market. The US gambling industry has reached a historic milestone, surpassing $60 billion in revenue in 2022, according to the American Gaming Association, AGA. The previous record of $53 billion was set in 2021. Table games and slot machines had a modest increase in revenue, but sports betting had a spectacular growth, generating $7.5 billion in revenue, an impressive 72.7% increase compared to the previous year. Slot machines remain the biggest source of revenue, collecting more than half of the total, with table games in second place. According to the AGA, the growing iGaming industry also performed well, generating about $5 billion in revenue, a 35.2% increase compared to the previous year, despite being legalized in only 6 U.S. states. Approximately 84 million Americans visited casinos in 2022, including a crowd of 100 million people who made around 16 billion bets just on the last weekend of Super Bowl 57, according to CNBC analysis. This is a record for a single event and indicates a strong adherence to gambling. The U.S. has greatly expanded legal gambling options in recent years, and many state political leaders argue that the prohibition only served to channel tax revenue to illegal operations. In 2018, the Supreme Court overturned a law that heavily restricted sports betting in Las Vegas, triggering a wave of legalization efforts that allowed legal sports betting in 33 states and the District of Columbia in time for this year's Super Bowl. However, the rapid spread of legalized gambling has raised concerns that it may lead to addiction problems, especially among financially vulnerable people, while legalized sports betting increases the risk of result manipulation. The AGA remains focused on combating the illegal market, seeking to maintain growth in 2023. The gambling industry in the United States is constantly growing, with new legal options emerging every year. But despite the economic benefits, it is important to be aware of the risks involved, such as addiction and result manipulation. What do you think about this issue? Leave your opinion in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative content. Until next time,